In 4 years' time, they're headed towards 1 million XPU clusters.
Today, we're looking at Broadcom, ticker symbol AVGO, a tech giant in the semiconductor industry. With dominance in the custom AI space, does this company have room ahead of it to take the crown?
In the latest quarter, Broadcom's revenue was just over $14 billion, up 51% year on year. NVIDIA, meanwhile, posted just over $35 billion in revenue, up 94% year on year. Broadcom trades at a higher forward PE than NVIDIA, yet Broadcom is getting all of this backing from investors right now. There's a sense, I think, that investors are looking for the next NVIDIA, the company that's going to give them the outside returns riding this AI wave. So you're seeing some of that rotation happen there.
Broadcom's product portfolio includes everything from chips used in smartphones to components critical for enterprise storage and software solutions for managing IT infrastructure.
We're seeing, especially server storage, tied to networking, non-AI related, and these are largely enterprise-based demand.
Right.
We're seeing sequential growth, strong sequential growth from the bottom of Q2 this year. Even though it's still what you express is year-on-year decline, but sequentially it's going up.
They operate in a highly competitive environment with rivals like Qualcomm and NVIDIA.
Yeah, I mean, they have to work really hard. I mean, what Hock Tan gave wasn't a sales target, right? We need to be careful about that. This kind of, as much as 90 billion that he was talking about was an addressable market for his type of chips, and that's by 2027. So what he was saying is, like, we have line of sight to a huge increase in what we do, but that pales in comparison to NVIDIA, which is going to be 120 billion in data center sales alone this year, according to analysts.
They specifically innovate in custom semiconductors and infrastructure software solutions. They're an industry leader in ARM system-on-chip processors, which are used in many small electronics in everyday life, such as point-of-sale terminals and security systems.
When it comes to energy efficiency, ARM is the clear winner, which is why your smartphone lasts all day on a single charge. ARM chips are usually part of a system-on-chip, SoC, where everything, CPU, GPU, memory, works together in perfect harmony, making ARM the go-to for phones, tablets, smartwatches, and even some laptops.
Broadcom's networking products are critical for data centers, which continue to grow as cloud computing and digital transformation accelerates. On the other hand, their software business acquisitions provides recurring revenue and steady cash flows. These cater to various industries, including data centers, networking, broadband, wireless, and industrial markets.
It's been almost a year since Broadcom acquired VMware. You're telling us you want our products to work better and be more user-friendly. You want them to actually work together. You're asking us, you're asking me particularly, roll up your sleeves, do the hard work, and you'll see over the next hour, that's exactly what we've done.
Broadcom's stock price has been outstanding over this past year. At the start of 2025, they're trading at $231.84, up 113% over this past year. Revenue of $14 billion for Q4, up 51% from the prior year period.
Meanwhile, Broadcom's focus really has been on designing custom AI chips for hyperscalers, the big cloud players like Google, Amazon, or Microsoft. And while these hyperscalers still need NVIDIA chips, they're increasingly looking towards some of this custom silicon that Broadcom's designing that can be used for certain tasks or processes. These hyperscalers then sell those services through their cloud division. Now, one reason the market is excited is because of recent comments by the Broadcom CEO, Hock Tan, who said 3 hyperscale customers have developed their own AI chips on Broadcom's own platform.
There's an estimated further uptrend in their AI sector, up to an estimated $44 billion in AI chip revenue by fiscal year 2027. But with such a high price-to-earnings ratio, how much future growth would be necessary to push this price even further?
Who would be your pick when you're talking about hyperscalers?
Well, hyperscalers is them and also Broadcom. I think Broadcom, look, that was a conference call like where you fall off your chair when he's given that guidance. Wow. So what Hock Tan, the CEO, talked about was he's got 3 customers moving to 1 million units in 3 years. And basically, when you do the math, you're like, numbers got to go up, I don't know, anywhere from 20 to 40%. And he really blew people away. But I think systematically, they are going to supply a lot of the custom chips out there, the dominant share of custom silicon, with Marvell being the minority share of the custom silicon. Then NVIDIA dominates the merchant silicon, and there's a lot of demand. I think it's a huge TAM, 500 billion plus potentially by 2028.
The market is clearly bullish on AVGO, and analysts are rating this stock as a buy, even at the skyrocketing prices. They're known for consistently paying and increasing their dividend, which is currently at a quarterly rate of 59 cents per share. Estimates for revenue and sales are rising to even higher levels, with expectations of further growth as demand continues for AI chips and as data centers move towards Broadcom processors for better energy efficiency.
And one of the things that drives them towards a direct as they invest is they want to create their own what they call accelerators. They call it XPUs. We are right in the forefront of enabling this few hyperscalers invest and essentially start building up these large AI clusters of XPUs. And this is a roadmap over the next 3 to 5 years. This is not a one-year phenomenon as we see it. It's a journey for these guys, but it's a very urgent journey and it's a huge opportunity.
Broadcom has always done well to return value to shareholders and will continue crushing in the semiconductor space. But this current price and continued growth is dependent on big risk factors like clients taking production in-house and supply chain issues like TSMC.
This is a market segment, XPUs for accelerators and the networking. These are the guys who are investing in today 100,000 GPU or XPU clusters. In 4 years' time, they're headed towards 1 million
and you're
XPU
in every
clusters.
You're part of the plumbing of every part of this, right?
We are engaged in with everyone.